Hey, Shalom, Kahala, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rachadash, the ones apostles' great millstone, and Shalom to you brothers in the highways and byways doing the works sincerely and faithfully, and continually fighting that good fight of faith. Lord willing, we are found in that number to be delivered. All right. So this is going to be a little clip from the elder brother, Elder Manat Zakbar. He was out doing his thing as he does so well, and he came across these two individuals, and they had made mention that they had loved the Lord, and then one thing led to another, and he's talking to him. But clearly the black woman's out of order. I mean, totally out of order. But if you've seen her mannerisms, she said she had to make sure she was appeared modest, something to that effect. Closing up the bottom of her dress, whatever she was doing. And that's the thing with these women, man. They want to be wicked and do all kinds of flashy and showing all kinds of body parts, but when the Bible is mentioned, now they want to tighten up and get all proper and get all in order. But I'm gonna speak on this pair, man. I'm gonna speak on the man that was with her. Okay, he's clearly under the spell of his woman. When the woman reached out to touch the brother's beard, that right there in itself, man, is a total disrespect to this man. And he ain't have no problems with it. He had no problems with it. And that's the thing about a man of the Lord. Even when you with your woman, you walking around, she knows she ain't gonna be, reaching out to touch somebody, some stranger at that. Because of the way you carry yourself as a man of the Lord. That shit ain't gonna fly, man. That shit don't fly with us. But to the average so-called black man, Native American, Puerto Rican man in the world, their women can just do whatever they want and say whatever they want, act however they want, and they're just gonna sit there. And I perceive, I don't know this man, but I perceive he loves the Lord because she loves the Lord. I mean, he barely got a word out edgewise, man. And when she saw that she was being recorded, when the brother asked her, "You don't mind being on camera?" Shit, she was all about that, boy. She wanted to be all on the camera. All right, but needless to say, guys like this ain't gonna make it, man. Guys like this right here are not gonna make it. He's too wrapped up in his woman. Now, when you watch the whole show, towards the end of the lesson, the brother was like, "All right, let me read this to you. Let you hear. Let me." And she came back and snatched him up. He didn't give him. He gave zero resistance, man. He gave zero resistance to hear that scripture. That woman came back, snatched him up. He just went right along with it, because a lot of you men are under the spell of your woman, man. And she gonna rule over you, as the scripture says. She gonna rule over you until you get destroyed, man. Unless you come out of that that woman intoxication. All right. But this guy, he couldn't speak for himself. He ain't have nothing to say. His woman's out of order, reaching out for another man, trying to put her hands on another man. However innocent it may have been, but just the fact that the act of it being done, can you imagine what she's doing without her man being around? Shit. And that should have raised some red flags in his mind. He should have been like, "Well, damn, I'm standing right here and she's, all up on this man. Can you imagine if I'm not around?" That should have been a red flag in his mind. Or at least say something. Whoa, get your hands off that, But nah, he ain't saying a damn thing, because she rules over him, man. She's the ruler of the house. All right, so let's go from here. This is Isaiah 13, and I'm gonna jump down to verse 12, and it says, "I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir." Right? Now, Reading that scripture and going back to this guy, do you think this is who the Lord's talking about? Making a man more precious than fine gold. All right. There's gonna be a time in this time period, where when the Lord raises up His men, you're going to know who we are, man. Because right now, as things are suddenly, slowly, starting to unfold, you really don't believe that we're the men of the Lord. Okay? You average individuals lump us in the average category. But the Lord is going to make that very clear, that as He said, He's going to make a man more precious than fine gold. And it's not talking about every man, because a lot of these men are going to have to fall because of their woman, because they're trailing and falling right behind their woman. Okay? When it speaks of a man being more precious than fine gold, He's talking about a man of the Lord, a man that fears, a man that believes, a man that has come out of darkness into the marvelous light, a man who's not afraid to speak up or to tell his woman to sit back and relax or keep her mouth shut. Okay? And when that time comes, and then your woman's going to see, oh shit, this is my refuge, this is my protection. But she's not going to look at this man like that. She's not going to look at this man when all hell breaks loose. She's not going to look at him as a protector. She's all boisterous, yipping and yapping and gadding and just running her chops. The brother couldn't get a word in edgewise, man. But once again, this man here, he's under that spell, as other men are. All right, continuing on. Isaiah 32, and I'll start at 2, verse 2. It says, "A man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of waters in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." Okay? So the Lord is going to raise us up, man. And that's why when you read Isaiah, the 4th chapter, it speaks about, women taking hold, 7 women taking hold of one man. Because we're going to be built up and raised up in such a manner when people, even when people see us, fear may come upon you. Fear and dread may come upon you because of our countenance, because of the spirit that's going to be resonating from ourselves. Okay? And only then when you're going to see the true meaning of a man of the Lord. Because right now you people don't think of us as men of the Lord. You think of us just average black men, so-called Puerto Rican men, making fools of ourselves and always talking about this is what we believe and so on and so forth. The Lord is raising us up slowly but surely, right before your very eyes. And the thing about it is, because your eyes are so cloudy and so dark, you're missing the raising up of the hopeful elect. You're missing it. It's happening right before your very eyes, man. This is another great wonder of the world. The Lord raising up His hopeful elect. And then one day, you're going to be like, God damn, who are these guys? Who gave these guys the authority? All right? Many people are going to flock to us, looking for shelter, looking for protection. Because they're going to see our countenance. They're going to see the fierceness in our faces, in our eyes, and the fearlessness of the ills of this world. Even now, man, you got people who you deal with, throughout your day, your daily walk or whatever, and they're asking you questions. What do you think we should do? What are you going to do? What's next? What do you think is going to happen next? Then they're asking you these questions because that fear of the unknown is now creeping up upon them. You know? And whenever somebody asks you those questions, you know, you answer them with such calmness and such collectiveness and such spiritual, you know, with spiritual with spiritual life in it, you know. And this is what draws people to you. This is what draws people to us. This is what draws people to keep coming back for more and asking more questions. You know, believe it or not, when people come up and ask you questions, you give them a sense of comfort, man. Because they trust in you, they believe in you, they believe that the things that you say. Now, if people don't come to you and they just keep wagging their hand at you, then that means what? They don't believe you. They don't believe a thing you say. But all those individuals who come to you privately on the side, or you know, can I holler at you for a minute? Hey, yo, what you think? They're asking you these questions because they see something in your spirit. They see that we're different. Okay? They see that, you know, the things that are happening, and we're so calm about it. All right? So all that being said, a man's going to be a hiding place from the wind. Not just the average man. A man of the Lord. All right? A man of fierce countenance. A man of understanding. A man of wisdom. A man of knowledge. And people are going to flock to us, man. They're going to flock to us. Primarily the women. They're going to flock to us. And a lot of you women are going to get shut out, man. You're going to get shut out. You know, I remember a couple years back when that whole shit went down, was going down with IUIC. And them women, it was probably about 4 or 5 of them. They came over from IUIC. They came out to the camp. And I believe one of them even gave tithes. And you know, but we didn't pay them no mind. We didn't, you know, they were just another group of women, you know. And I didn't really catch in onto it until, you know, after the fact, when the brothers like, oh, that's some chicks from the IUIC, you know. So they're gonna come flowing, man. They're gonna come flowing. We don't have to go above and beyond to chase women or try to use the word to convert a woman or to give her the sense of, you know what, let me tell you what's gonna happen so I can put the fear in you, so therefore you can come to me. They're gonna come, man. They're gonna come regardless. You don't have to do anything extra. You don't have to, you know, try to do a little pillow talking and all that other shit. We men of the Lord, man. The Lord is raising us up. And people are starting to see it, man. And people are starting to believe it. Alright? Continuing on. Bear with me. My eyes are starting to get a little blurry here. Isaiah 3:12, it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. You know? And this guy that was with this woman right here, he's fallen all up in her, man. All up behind her. And just taking it, settling for it. He just settled for it. That's his life. That's his lot. For the rest of his time on this planet, he's gonna be chasing after her, unless the Lord wakes him up and pulls him away from that woman. The scripture says, and he that shall escape her. You know, I don't foresee this man escaping this woman. You know, she might be the breadwinner. He might be shacking up at her house. And when a woman carries herself in such a manner as this one was carrying herself, you clearly know that she's the one who's put in control over there. You know? She's definitely in control. So all you men out there who are running after your wife or running after your girlfriend or trying to, you know, maximize the amount of women you deal with, because a lot of brothers get. I mean, when you first come into this thing and you hear about, you can have many wives. As a young man, in the truth, you hear that and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go get this chick, I'm gonna go get that chick, and feel comfortable doing it, and not really have a problem with saying it to another woman, because it's in the law, it's doable, you see. But if you're in it just for that reason alone, you in it for the wrong thing, man. As young men, most brothers who probably came in was probably dealing with one or two chicks at the same time when you first came in. But then as you get more grounded into this thing, you realize that even having two women is taxing, man. It's fucking taxing. You gotta please this one. You gotta leave that one to go see the other one, and one might be pissed off because you couldn't get there in time, and then you leave that one to go see the other one. She's asking where you are, and it's just you get so caught up in trying to answer all these questions and please each one of these women. It's too taxing, man. Even with one woman, it's taxing. So I speak to you younger brothers, and this is just from my thought, my point of view. If you got you one woman, deal with it like that and let that be that. Don't try to be some Casanova and try to get many wives and have all kinds of women on the east side and the west side and the south side, because it's going to draw you away from the work and the business that needs to be done, man. Believe me when I tell you that. It'll draw you away. And before you know it, you trying to break up a fight between two women that you dealing with. They going back and forth. You trying to be the mediator. You trying to show them in the scriptures, see, I can have more than one wife. We way past that, man. Leave that shit alone. All right? And that's just a little word of wise, word of the wise, Just a little word from myself. I mean, once again, you don't have to take my words, but meditate on it a little bit and think about it. Having a lot of women at this time period, it ain't doable, man. It ain't doable. It'll take you away from this truth, man. Pull you right out of this thing. All right. I guess that's it, man. That was it. Just wanted to hit that couple quick points concerning, the times that we're in, concerning chasing after these women or running after a woman who's out of control. Basically, that woman is basically out of control, and this man is falling right behind her, knowing damn well if he had any backbone, he would have shut that whole shit down, man, and dealt with the brother himself personally. He would have shut that whole shit down. But be that as it may, these are the times we're in. These are the things that men are doing. And a lot of these men can't function unless they got their woman there, man. And that's going to be your demise, chasing after your woman. All right, so with that, I'm going to say shalom. Lord will, I'll see you brothers another show.